Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a follow-up from my previous video, and in that video, as you know, I showed you guys how to set up the switches on the Jumper RC BumbleBee controller, and I also showed you guys how to bind the quad to the controller itself, but I didn't show you how to assign those the switch channels to the flight controller using BetaFlight. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to show you how that works so you can get it all set up and ready to fly. So what you're going to need is the tuning cable that comes with the Beta FPV Meteor 75 Pro, and you're also going to be needing the data transfer cable, USB-A to USB-C. It has to be a data transfer cable. It cannot just be some regular charging cable. That will not work. So make sure you have a data transfer cable. All right, so what I'm going to do is set it all up and connect it to BetaFlight and take it from there. All right, so once you have the quad connected to the dongle cable, you're going to first turn on your remote. That's the first thing you're going to do. Second thing you're going to do after that is you're going to connect the quad using the USB-C cable, and be careful, this can give you a shock, and you connect it right. Once that's connected, you can see on screen here that your quad is connected. You get the 3D rendering here, and now you're ready to go. So first of all, you want to make sure that you're actually connected to the remote, and how you can tell is if you go here where it says arming disable flags. If I move up and down, you see that it changes from MSPD shot telemetry, and if I move up throttle stick, it says throttle MSP. So as you can see, it's changing. Over here on the left hand panel is the option tabs, and we're going to go to modes. That's the first thing we're going to do, but before that, I'm going to head to receiver right here, and I want to show you that now when I move the sticks, you see that they're working and they're set up to the proper channels, right? Okay. And next, what we're going to do, go to modes, and this is where you assign the channel to the specific mode. Right here where it has the aux channels, and usually if you have it on auto, let me show you, if you have it on auto, it should automatically connect to the channels that you have it set to, but if you don't, then you just set it to the channel that you have it set on the controller. So for the first one is arm, right? This yellow line here represents when it's armed or not. So this is a two button switch, so it's only going to go from one point to the other point on the range scale. So right now it's off, so I don't have that yellow line underneath it, but if I press it, you see that the yellow line goes to where the yellow bar is, and that means that it's activated. So if I turn it off, now it's off, on, off, and you see how this box here lights up telling you that it's working. That's it. It recognizes the command, right? Next is going to be your modes, and I've set it to these switches here, right? So right now I have it on horizon mode in the middle. Now if I press it to the front, which is the first one, would be my angle mode, and as you can see, the yellow line is now underneath the yellow bar, meaning that it's activated. If I switch it to the middle, you see that it angle, horizon. And now the last one is acro or air in this case. And that one's not visible, but it's there. So when you press it, the third one, it goes to the last part of the range bar. And that's acro or air. All right. The beeper, same thing as the arm switch, on, off. And lastly is the flip over crash. And that is this switch here. So right now I have it at flip over crash, but if I do that, that means it's off. You can see the yellow line is not underneath the yellow bar. If I want to activate it, I do that. And now my turtle flip or flip over after crash, as it's listed here, is now activated. And you can assign any mode to the controller as it fits, you know, your needs. And yeah, but in this tutorial, I'm just showing you the basics of how to do it, just to get you started as a beginner. Just like me, I'm a beginner myself, and I'm learning as I go. So I'm just showing you how I've learned it by researching it. So yeah, so what you want to do is that you want to set it to the proper channel, and then you want to assign the command using this range bar here. And that's basically it. I hope this tutorial was something that you can understand. I know for a newbie it's kind of a little bit daunting, all of this, but once you get one step done, you'll start to figure it out, and it's not as hard as you may think. So hopefully this helps someone out there starting out. And another thing is I'm using the BumbleBee controller, which uses EdgeTX. So this can be done with any other controller that uses EdgeTX. For example, the Radio Master Pocket, which is very popular. You can do the same thing here. Any controller that uses EdgeTX, you're going to do this same thing. The button layout and scroll wheel, might be different on your controller, but the principle is pretty much the same. So what I'm going to do here is take it out for a quick flight, because over here, let me show you while I'm here, I've modified a little bit the PID settings and my rate profile. So I'm going to test those out and see you know, how they work, and if I need to fix them here in BetaFlight, then I'll do that. Anyway, so let's go outside and take it for a quick flight, and then I'll conclude the video. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. As you saw, you know, the Meteor 75 Pro flew pretty well. I was actually impressed by the range and signal quality coming from this transmitter. So that was pretty nice. I'll try to do some follow-up videos on that in the future, as time permits, of course. But yeah, so far so good. Hope you found something useful in this video and that it helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you all.